My name is Joy Donnell. I'm Chief Visionary of Super Joy Media and co-founder of CME, the Center for Intersectional Media and Entertainment. For me, feminist leadership is just leadership as it was originally intended to be, which is egalitarian, which is thoughtful of as many different identities as possible. And it is an opportunity to take all the systems that we have right now, which were created for one very particular identity group, and expand them, change them, flip them, redirect them, give them entirely new life. With the way that leadership is now and the way the systems are now, as we know, they were created for a very particular identity, like I said earlier. And what we have been attempting to do, or what previous leaders have attempted to do, is to say, oh, all are now welcome. We want to expand this to make this work for everybody. But feminist leadership is an opportunity to actually say, you know what? We are creating this with you in mind. And that is a completely different approach and a completely different mentality. It is the difference between saying, oh, okay, find a seat and pull up to the table and take whatever we have left over to eat, versus saying, we actually threw this dinner for you with you in mind. And for me, that is what feminist leadership is. That is the intersectional work that feminist leadership seeks to do and achieve. That is the egalitarianism that we are pushing towards so that we can thrive as a human species, not just one identity group. Feminism is important because it has this fundamental audacity to believe that the genders are equal, that there is equality regardless of gender, and that genders should have equity and parity. And that is an important belief to have in the room when you are making decisions. So when you're looking around a room that is a big decision making room and you don't see half of the planet represented, that should weird you out, because that's weird. There's just strangeness about that. No one enters this world through the body of anything other than a woman. So why would you not have women and thoughts around women represented in the room and at the table? And on a global scale, economies do not grow and thrive without women. We kind of have this misbelief that, oh, economies start thriving and then we see the entrance of women's rights. But it's actually the other way around. When women get more rights, when they get opportunity to education, entrepreneurship, equity, those are the things that actually start to help an economy grow and thrive. There is no way to have a truly thriving society, community, or economy without women. So it is crucial to have feminism in the room, in these decision-making rooms. My day always begins with listening, and I listen a lot more than I talk because it's kind of crucial to listen so that perspective can be expanded. If you don't actually enter the space with a perspective, then you just have an opinion. And I tend to bow out from things where I'm just going to be jumping in with my opinion. I actually want perspective. And if I don't have it, then I look to bring in people who have the perspective that's going to help with that complex viewpoint we are striving for. With CME, because we are focused on advancing intersectional media entertainment and working with the artists, the activists, the academics, the allies within the industry, as well as the audiences, which we are all part of the audience. We are looking to, combine forces with everyone to be able to actually help people to tell stories that matter. It is crucial to operate from a standpoint of power to and power with versus power over, because we are looking to develop people, not diminish them. And that is one way that it shows up on a day-to-day basis as we build community, as we help people heal, rise, and create from a place of healing within a system that has frankly given them a lot of institutional betrayal. And they have been diminished in ways that are beyond atrocity for so many. One of the biggest challenges has been actually the words diversity and inclusion. There's kind of something going on within the zeitgeist where they act like these words actually are an identity of somebody. Like, oh, we need a diverse editor. That doesn't mean anything. That's a statement of nothingness. You have a group of people who are diverse. One person is not a diverse or a diversity. One person is not an inclusion and inclusivity. And that has kind of been one of the weirdest challenges, is getting around this checkbox mentality of, oh, okay, we can put this body here. Does that go ahead and check it off the box? And it's almost this numbers game approach, as opposed to actually a humanities. Right. Diversity and inclusion cannot be encapsulated in one human body. It is creating a fabric, a tapestry of many voices, many perspectives, many stories, and not denying the authenticity of any of those journeys. So that has been kind of the biggest challenge to work around. One of the positives that we've been seeing is that it makes dollars and cents to actually have inclusion on screen. And behind the camera too, we have been seeing it pay off in the box office. So for the first time, we've actually been seeing women-led family films make more money at the box office than male-led films. We have been seeing films with leads of color making tons of money at the box office. And so that has been a positive in the right direction. Of course, the only incentive should not be money, but this is a money-driven business. And to see that the audiences actually want to invest their hard-earned dollars in stories that offer them more inclusion, that offer them more complex stories, is a great positive to see, and it's something that is really starting to propel more interest within the industry. For me, alliance is the new hustle, and there is absolutely no way to get this kind of work done by yourself. You've got to align with people who have ways to fill in the gaps that you are not able to fill in, whether it's data, whether it's funding, and whether it's community, whether it is platforms for voice. You have got to create alliances that are going to help you actually move the needle ahead and do the work at hand that needs to be done. It is absolutely vital for you to align with people, and it is also absolutely vital to make sure that you get as much resource as possible to really come into the room leveraged. These kinds of changes don't happen with just anecdotal evidence. That's why we need data. That's why we need funding for more data. That's why we need funding that's going to actually help create movements past empathic movements to imperative movements.